awesome. Like, it shows, like, even though he and Archer are on such different levels of their fighting ability, he's able to, at the beginning, fight on par with them, then finally defeat them. You know, I think that's so interesting. Like, even in the anime, he has those kind of moments. It's like, dang. He must either work out a lot or something, but I mean, he's just this regular guy, and he's able to defeat these opponents. And of course, the teacher who knows his martial arts makes an appearance. And in the anime, he fought Shiro, and in the movie, I don't remember who he fights. He fights Ren, I think. But, you know, it's an interesting little thing. And then my favorite one is the one with the Gilgamesh thing, where he fights Gilgamesh. That's awesome. Because Gilgamesh, I'm just going to go ahead and spoil something. He's the original Archer, while Archer, the Shiro one, the Archer who has unlimited blade works, he's actually a fake Archer. But Gilgamesh was the original Archer, and I don't know, he becomes Gilgamesh, and he's able to do all these cool moves and whatnot. And then he's fighting, you know, Shiro. I like how he's fighting Shiro in, like, his human form. His wish was, like, to stay around, literally. He just wanted to, like, stay around, because, I mean, he wanted to live, because, like, after the Holy Grail thing is over, which is, like, it's like a little competition thing, almost. It's almost like, you know, the Platonic Heart and Masters of the Martial Heart. It's like, you know, being the Pokemon Master, getting all the Dragon Balls. It's like a little contest or a game that really the only people who are involved in it actually take part in. Though, only difference with the Holy Grail and Fate Stay Night, it can involve the entire place. If the one who wins it lets that happen, because they get a wish granted. That's actually sort of how Shiro came around, because, you know, Kiritsugu, who was in the previous Holy Grail thing, you know, there was like a big explosion thing, and like a big fire, and Shiro became an orphan, and then Kiritsugu took him in. That's how he got his name. Shiro Emiya. That's how he got Emiya at the end of his name. And whatnot. But anywho. And so, like, you know, he's fighting Gilgamesh in like his regular form, and they're fighting like with swords. It's so awesome. Like, they're just fighting, they're arguing with each other. And plus, it's awesome hearing Tomokazu Seki shout again, who plays Gilgamesh. It's so badass. And just for the record, Ren's voice actress is her Japanese one is the same one who did Sophie in Tales of Graces, and Shiro's Japanese voice actor is Noriaki Sugiyama, who does Sasuke in Naruto and Uryu in Bleach, as well as, you know, other people. But this is the role that I mainly think of him, because I feel like this is like a natural role for him. He does a pretty good job, too, in his role, and all the other actors do, too. If you compare Ren to Sophie, they sound pretty different, too. Anywho, and so, yeah, Shiro almost kills Gilgamesh, but he escapes, and then I don't remember who kills him. He gets defeated, though, by somebody. I love that, though, because he's able to defeat these really powerful characters without having, you know, barely any experience. And, you know, the only thing that's really keeping him winning is his willpower. I just thought, well, that's so epic. I love that. So, that probably ranks Shiro as one of my favorite anime characters of all time. Really because of that. Even in the video game, he fights with his fists, and there's no, like, real martial arts strategy to it. He has this one lunging punch where it looks like he's just throwing a random punch. And, of course, you can do his little trace-on thing where he summons his bow and arrow and then his swords. That's really his magic ability. He has to imagine things. He has to just, you know, believe things, I guess. And he's able to create replicas that aren't the real thing and maybe not even as powerful, but they're pretty dang close. So, yeah. And in case you guys are wondering, I think you guys know that I played the visual novel and whatnot. But yeah, I think that's really all I can say about this. I would recommend it, both English and Japanese. Though you should probably go with Japanese if you plan on playing the games, because only one of them has been localized in English. But it's download only, and the voices are still in Japanese, so if you get used to the English voice, that might be a problem. You might have to be a little flexible Especially if you watch the movie, because I don't think they're going to dub it, honestly. If they dub it, I don't know how they're going to do it. It'll probably be a whole new cast, because Funimation, I think, holds the rights to it. Of course, I think right now it's just one of the things where they just have the rights just so that, someone has the rights, because Geneon had it when they left, which I believe they're now part of Universal. So we could get some feature film anime that, could, be at the production level of, most anime today where they have, like, the big celebrities. Not saying that the voice actors we have are not celebrities. Or, I don't know. But yeah, movie's pretty good. I'd recommend it. I've also heard there's going to be a new anime, which is going to be the prequel of Fate Zero. I hope they do one on the sequel, too. Fate, Hollow, whatever. And I'm looking forward to the Fate Zero because Zero Lancer is actually voiced by Hikaru Midorikawa, the new Tien for Dragon Ball and Leon from Tales of Destiny, among other characters as well. He's also Mitsuhide Akechi from Samurai Warriors. But yeah, so I'd recommend both English and Japanese, depending on your preference. But oh yeah, as I was saying, like, I don't know how, if they were to do it, they would probably get a different, they'd probably use their voice cast. I don't think they particularly like, although the English dub of Sengoku Basara has Johnny Young Bosch in it, and Funimation's doing the dub of that. So that surprises me a little bit. That we have a Funimation anime dub that has Johnny Young Bosch in it. So maybe for the big anime, they could bring these actors back and have them fly over from Los Angeles over into Dallas. If they live in Los Angeles. I don't know where they live. But yeah. Though if they didn't do that, I think Todd Haberkorn would probably make a good Shiro. He would have to make his voice a little lower, like lower his pitch a little bit. But overall, I think he sounds pretty close to Noriaki Sugiyama, and Colleen Klinkenbeard could probably pull off Saber or another girl. Laura Bailey could pull off someone. For Archer, I can only think of two people. Chris Sabat, though I don't think he'd be necessarily the best one, because he'll probably do his Piccolo voice, which is a little too low for Archer, or maybe J. Michael Tatum can do it, which might be a good choice. Or I don't know. That's really just, I don't know, probably just wishful thinking. I mean, I would kind of wish that Viz would do it. I feel like, Viz are starting to sort of get, just anime in general. I mean, they have Vampire Knight, and they have Bleach and Naruto and whatnot, but they have, like, stuff like Death Note that are not necessarily mainstream, but they are, out there. Then they have that one anime that's just so random, the Doctor one. It's probably by the Ocean Group, I don't know. But yeah, that's what I have to say about Fate Stay Night. Go watch it. I'll see you guys later.